There are two dominant parties at a given time. Are we saying ADC is not dominant? Recently, Obi moved there, and I've said it. Obi is the only life in ADC.
There are other people there.
Excuse me.
Is there?
Excuse me.
Amici is there.
I never said they are not human beings there. I'm saying they are largely spent forces. Obi is, let Obi don't go to ADC. Let Obi go to another party. Let's say Obi is in Accord. Accord will become.
Is there?
Excuse me, I'm saying it to be. Obi is the only traction. Obi is the only meaning. Obi is the only factor. Obi is the only person in ADC that matters. And if Obi had not gone to ADC and has gone, when Obi went to Labour that would never known became one election to House of Rep. I'm not saying Obi will win this election. I'm not saying Obi will not win this election. But I'm telling you, even if they don't field Obi, if ADC fails to feed Obi, their case will be worse than they are coming together.
You've been quoted in the media saying that we need fasting and prayers to be able to survive. This is not a spiritual thing. This is just a political conflict between specifically a godfather and a godson, between the executive and the legislature. What has prayers and fasting got to do with the destiny, political destiny of Governor Fubara?
Let me take you back to when Governor Fubara became governor. They had a dinner for him. I was at his swearing-in ceremony. Then we went for Governor Wike's dinner or lunch to say goodbye, Wike, as governor. And we went for Governor Fubara's dinner to say welcome, Mr. Governor. You recall there that I came out. I had a short speech. But before that short speech, I told Governor Wike it is important to reinforce certain things to the hearings of Governor Fubara, going by the trend of ingratitude, betrayal of trust, people forgetting so soon. Oh, he said no, Governor Wike said, oh no, Fubara cannot do that. Don't worry yourself, don't say nothing. I said, but I can still wish the people well. I can wish him well. I said, okay, I give you only 5 minutes. They will give you 5 minutes. So I came and I sat there. Your Excellency, Governor Fubara, you are here by the grace of your brother, the former governor, and today you are Governor of Rivers State. And I was able to remind him that it's better for you to seal all your windows because patronizers will soon come. People who lead people astray will soon come. Seal your door. Don't wait for people to come and say things to your heirs that will destroy your relationship in the first 4 years and ultimately for 8 years. But if you open these doors, you will begin to see spirits. And don't follow a trend and fight with Wike, because if you do so, by Wike's antecedent, these problems will continue indefinitely. So I admonished him, because it is quick to forget what life is all about. Governor, the office of a governor, I was a different person at the first tenure. I was a different person at the second tenure. The youthful exuberance, forgetting yourself, can put you into so many issues. People who are not part of the training of a lady will come and influence the life of a lady and destroy it, like I said on some platforms. So let me tell you, that was prophetic, because that happened not too long after. And it became an issue between Governor Wike and Governor Fubara that led to his removal. That is spiritual. It doesn't have to be said it's spiritual, but it's an advance warning. So also, my telling him that there's a window, there's ample opportunity for you to close this and solve this problem. The price for peace is cheaper than the consequences of war. If you don't do it, it will only be left in the hands of God, because you can't take away the powers of the House of Assembly. During my first tenure, I inherited the House of Assembly of the APC in Ekiti, because our election is the off-season election. It was a tough experience. They would have taken me out the second time. I had to use wisdom, carrot and stick. I had to manage everybody for me to survive. Okay. So that's what I meant by that.
Okay, it's good that you acknowledge that you are the friend of Governor.
Very true.
Governor, now Minister Wike.
Yes.
Which is more or less saying, well, you know, you are on Wike's side in this conflict. Because
no, I'm not on Wike's side on this conflict. Let me take exception to that. I'm an insider, so to speak. I mean, I'm an insider. I was in Dubai for a surgery about a year and a half or two, about 2 years ago, when this incident happened and the assembly was brought down. The first person I called was Governor Fubara. I was on my sick bed. I said, Your Excellency, what's going on here? Because, my brother, when you know the early lives of a young woman, you know how to appreciate the woman when she gets older. Let me tell you, I asked Governor Fubara. I said, I heard you saying, it's my Oga that is causing the problem. I said, which Oga? Which Oga? We didn't have what time to what time? You are barely in office for 6 months. Can't you tolerate this yoga? Which goes back to the warning I gave. The admonition, so don't let me say warning. So what I'm saying to you is I'm not on the side of anybody. Yes, I've said that I'm Wike's friend. Here, if you ask me anything Wike is wrong, I will say it to him privately. And when you ask touching questions, I will have to say it publicly.
Okay, is Wike wrong? Because the bone of contention is Governor Wike saying that, look, even to Ajibola Basiru, the National Secretary of the APC, that Rivers State is a no-go area. Anybody that comes to Rivers will get his hands burnt, and that he is the Lord and Master of Rivers State, and that the Rainbow Coalition will put everybody in all positions, and that Fubara will be removed, whether he likes it or not. The witch cried last night, the baby died this morning. Yes. So you have Minister Wike, FCT minister, instead of concentrating on that, he's going from door to door, clan to clan, bedroom to bedroom, saying that I'm in charge here. And he's campaigning for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
May I say this to you and to Nigerians? There's always a beginning. You brought up, like an example I have given, you brought up your child. In God's fair, you trained him, gone to school, had the best of all, and somebody says, I want to marry this girl. Others are saying, she's this beautiful girl. She's that. The credit goes to you. If you have left that girl rotting, ordinary carpenters and people who have no capacity will be chasing her.
So a man who wants to marry must have capacity.
You must have capacity at different levels of life. Life is about level by level. God has graduated this life like a pyramid. You have some, Ashwaju is up there, the governors, the ministers, everybody is at a level. You can't tell me, majority of times, you can't tell me a man who is down the ladder wants to marry a queen somewhere. They will tell you don't have the capacity. So let's go back to the issues. Everybody must have helped everybody in life. But God in himself, God says, I hate ingratitude. I will only fight with what I have left. You can't sack Wike from Rivers politics. You can't sack me from Ekiti politics. You can't.
However, in Rivers State, Governor Siminalayi Fubara has the support of the people. The elders, the young people, they are saying that Minister Wike should allow him to function. After all, he enjoyed his own 2 terms in office. Now he's in Abuja. He should concentrate on his work in Abuja. Now this controversy over who is 001 in Rivers State. The party, the chairman of the APC, Nentawe, and also Senator Ajibola Basiru have both said it is Fubara who is the leader of the party. And then Governor Wike, Minister Wike says, no, he cannot be the leader of the party. That Wike is the leader. Who is the leader?
Let me say to you, there's what we call a nomenclature. When I was governor, when I'm coming, the traditional rulers, the leaders of thought, people that matter in the state, they get up. Fayose is coming. The governor is coming. They rise up and say the governor is here. And nothing is called to order except the governor is seated. Yes, that is the office. There's a difference between the office and 001. What brought about the 001? Who gave you the platform to be calling yourself 001? Who gave me the platform if it's not my dad from day one? It is a sad narrative for Governor Fubara to be struggling. It will be a sad story for my governor to be fighting fire me all the streets. No. Rather, he should manage the situation. You see, Ekiti people said, those who give you life are the fathers of those who give you money. Those who give you life, the person that prevents you from dying, is the father of the person that gave you wealth.
Very enjoyable.
A lot
and
of
also,
tongue and cheek.
kudos to, Oshokumole himself. I mean, it's an interviewer's delight anytime. So it's a very brilliant interview. But some things I'll just try to call him out on. You see, the problem I always have with our politicians is their hypocrisy. Now you are trying to endorse Godfatherism and you are saying that, Fubara should kowtow to Wike, sort of. You were even talking about the Lagos case of, I think, Obasa, and how President Tinubu stood still, and Obasa came back. But the question we should ask is the same case. Wike going ahead to push for that impeachment through the National Assembly or the state that is loyal to him was an affront to President Tinubu. Because you knew that once Fubara had gone to the APC, then definitely President Tinubu was obviously shielding him. And you went ahead and you make that move. So if you are trying to extrapolate also with Lagos, you're not balancing out the argument. And for him saying all the things he's saying about Wike, somebody is your source, somebody is your God, didn't people help Wike? Without Mrs. Jonathan, is Wike going to be anybody today? He's talking about how did Wike treat those that helped him? How did he treat the Jonathans? Even him that is talking that he has a great footing, all of a sudden he doesn't love Seyi Makinde again because the initial fight was because, there was a time we were fighting about who is going to be the leader of the Southwest in the PDP. And Seyi Makinde is the sitting governor. Even that, when you now extrapolate, even Oshokumole is saying he has so much powers in Ekiti State that they still mention his name. Why couldn't he beat Babafemi Ojodu? That got 67,000 votes, and he got, I think, close to 30,000 votes in the Senate elections. The two times he got in, it was because of 2003 was the help of Obasanjo. The 2014, you remember that episode because, ACN and APC had started their onslaught then. And President Goodluck Jonathan too also wanted to show that the PDP was still an authority. And that's why when he vied for the election, there was a lot of state might and state support. I mean, you remember the famous case of a lifting of 1.2 billion to support him and all of that. So if not for Jonathan, will he have gotten re-elected in 2014? So all of this, these are the hypocrisy of the politician. They say it so easily. People too helped Wike. People helped him in the past. His so-called powers he claim he has in Ekiti is because he got a lot of federal might leading up those two elections that he won. You remember the Obasanjo route of the Southwest in 2003 and the 2014 episode. But when he went to the Labour Party to test his power in 2011, he lost Babafemi Ojodu. So I just wanted to call out those, hypocrisies of our political class sometimes.